had no financial background. All I had was a drive that said I wanted to change my life. When my son was born 19 years ago, almost 20 years ago now, I hope he'll be 20 the day after Christmas, I was on government's assistance. I couldn't afford to have my baby. I never forget standing in the government office, the county office. I never forget. And I went up and I told the lady, I said, I need some help, but I'm not going to stay here. If you help me, and you help me get on government's assistance so I can have my baby, I promise you, as soon as I get up, I'm going to come back and I'm going to let you know, I don't want your money. I just need some help. I need opportunity. And she wouldn't look at me. I said, ma'am, I need you to look at me because, see, I'm not going to stay here. Because at that time I was broke and I was broken. And I'm going to tell you, if I had to choose to be one or the other, I'd rather be broke. Because when you're broke, you can just go out and make some money. When you're broken, you got to have the desire to get up. It's a totally different thing. I was broke and broken. So the woman you see standing here today, she is the result of some radical decisions. She still ain't got a hookup. She ain't got a hookup. I have never gotten a hookup. I never got a fast track. I never had someone behind the curtain knowing me. I ain't never had that. Just wasn't that girl. It wasn't my path. I'm the result of being radical as hell. I'm the result of being unapologetic. My life today is a result of being willing to walk alone, stand alone, and then ask for help when I need to. I'm a result of being sick and tired of, being sick and tired. I looked at my life when I had my son, and I had no money, I had no dreams, I had no understanding of who I could be. 8 months after my son was born, his father went to prison. And I said, oh, great. I'm living on Arbor Vitae in Inglewood. I got an 8-month-old son. I got a black male child whose father's in the prison, and I live in L.A. He has a 66% chance of repeating his father's pattern. Here's what I will decide. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. He didn't ask to be born into this. And so I was willing, and some of you, you're at this point, some of you will decide, some of you won't. I was willing to look at every part of my behavior that stood in the way of the woman that I wanted to become. And I was willing to kill that behavior off. I was willing every day to go, is it my ego? Because I got an ego. Actually, I have a she-go. Now, I need her at times because she stands boldly in front of a room. I need her. But when she gets in the way, of me asking for help, so you got to check your ego. Now, you choose your ego. When your ego rise up and you start pushing people away, and all of a sudden your righteousness is in the way, and you want to be right more than you want to be in harmony, hello? Somebody going to get that on the way home. When you want to be right, there you go, throw your hands up. When you want to be right, and you forget, wait a minute, being in harmony is more satisfying than being right. You willing to kill off the whole relationship just to say, was I right though? You got to check yourself. So that was me. I kill off the whole, and I've always been a linguistic specialist, even before I got paid for it. Right? So I had to watch my tongue. How many of you guys got a powerful tongue? I got a powerful tongue. I knew that I could Benny Hanna slice and dice you. You drink water, you just got to walk just holes. After we had an argument, I had to realize I had to hold my tongue. The discipline of holding my tongue. I had to realize that I had to be willing to hurt for what I wanted. I had to be willing to get up early as hell and stay up late as hell and do it by myself. I had to be willing to go to someone who didn't look like me. See, when I talked about money, I couldn't learn about money in my own community because the relationship to money in my own community was you get it, spend it, get it, spend it, get it, spend it. I knew that wasn't the way I had to go. So I went and found people who had made a lot of money, who had kept a lot of money, and knew how to make their money work for them. And I didn't go to them as a friend because I didn't know them. I didn't have a hookup. I just went to their workshops and sat in the back and wrote. I couldn't afford their workshop, so I got their CDs. But I did something different. I didn't just listen to the CD. I lived the CD. I live the CD. I never tell anyone I've read a book or listened to a CD that I'm not implementing because that sounds more stupid to me than brilliant. Because you're ready, but you ain't living like you're ready. So you might not want to tell anybody. Hello? I tell people, if you ain't living out of the lessons out of my book, don't mention that you read it. They might think that my book wasn't good. Because I think they can't tell, right? So I was a consummate student, you guys. I'm going to give you the things I was. I was a consummate student. I was willing to go to trainings where I was the only person of color. And I was the only woman. I was the pepper amongst all salt. And it was primarily all men. Very uncomfortable for me. Very. But I was willing to do what I'd never done before. Say what I've never said before. And be around people I've never been around before to invent the woman I've always known myself to be. Are you willing to say that thing you don't want to say? And do that thing you don't want to do? To be that man, that woman you've always known yourself to be. See, some of you, you want to move forward and stay convenient at the same time. Trust and believe if I stop by to say nothing else. Your future does not live inside of your convenience. See, you don't want to be inconvenienced. Somebody write that down.
Wow.
Somebody who don't want to be inconvenienced for your breakthrough. See, your breakthrough doesn't come with convenience. Your breakthrough is preceded by a breakdown, meaning something in your life is not working. And then you have a breakout. You begin to do a new behavior that's uncomfortable. And then you get to your breakthrough. You don't Google download a breakthrough, my friend. It just doesn't happen. See, this has to occur outside of the microwave. Yes. This is one of the loving things. Like if somebody told you I made a peach cobbler for you in the microwave, you ain't going to eat it. It doesn't sound right. I made a spaghetti pie for you in the microwave. No, I won't be having that one, right? There's some things you don't even expect to come fast. How is it you think your breakthrough and your transformation is going to come fast? You got to be willing to put some skin in. You got to be willing to sweat something. You got to be willing to sweat, and when you sweat, your intentions come out of your pores. See, sometimes the tongue in your mouth is going this way, and the tongue in your shoe is going this way. I want change. I want to be somebody different. But everything you doing don't fit what you talking about. Hello, somebody? Hello? Oh, ain't no hands going up? Oh, I see y'all got selective amnesia. It's not until you line up the tongue in your mouth and the tongue in your foot, and they go the same way. That's when your life begins to transform.
Yeah.
That's when it begins. When the tongue in your mouth and the tongue in your shoe go in the same direction, your life has to. Let me tell you, when your intentions, your words, and your actions all are in alignment, the mountains have to fold before you. They have to fold before you. And you don't have to push anyone out your way. Stop pushing. That's the wrong energy. Stop pushing. Just be in flow. And I promise you, they will fold in front of you. Be so intentional. You don't even wonder about the mountain. You don't wonder about what's around the corner. You're so intentional. You're so no matter what. You're not even thinking about the what ifs. The what ifs are worried about you.
That's right. That's right.
Like, hello. The what ifs are worried. Like, dang, she's serious, huh? He ain't. We might want to back up. Like, you didn't even worry about. People always say, Lisa, did you ever worry about? I was too busy building. I'm going to put energy grows where energy goes. I'm building my future. I'm building a breathtaking future for a beautiful young man that's in my life called my son, who signed up for a magnificent life. I'm building that. I'm building a future saving myself. People say, Lisa, how did you become so successful? I said, I had to rescue Lisa. I had to rescue Lisa. It wasn't about, someone told me. No, I need to rescue me. My path wasn't supposed to be like this. In all intents and purposes. A C student, kicked out of college. Because my grades were low and I had no money. You have to have high grades and some money. High grades and no money, or a lot of money and low grades. You can't have low grades and no money. Right? They're like, that's great. Right? They're like, no, we can actually. I'm like, I'm be somebody good. Well, you got to do that out there. So you see a product of. I don't mind being an anomaly, because the minute you do something, like when I look at Evelyn Ashford or Valerie Briscoe Hooks in 1984 when they broke the world record, all of a sudden everybody behind them broke the world record too. Because you kicked open the door, and now everybody coming through it. So my success doesn't belong to me. My success belongs to you. I stand here in front of you. I run a multi-million-dollar business. I have 6 bestsellers. I have my brand, the Lisa Nichols brand, is known in 162 different languages. I require $25,000 to show up and speak for 5 minutes up to 2 hours. My life is barely recognizable. In September, my company went public, which a lot of us don't even know what that means. That just means Wall Street and a lot of money. Right? That's what that means. I'm the first person in the self-development industry to even have a company that's gone public. I'm one of less than 3 black women to own a publicly held company. I don't say that to brag. I say that to inspire the hell out of you. I say that to inspire you. Because no one, not even me, would have written this story. No one. And I didn't story because I couldn't see this far. But I just saw the next line, and the next week, and the next month. I didn't write it all. People say, I got to see the 2,000 feet. No, you need to see 200. You need to see 200 and act on 200. And you got to be willing to say, what part of me today, and whatever your faith is, what part of me today needs to be born so I can do my 200? Or what part of me needs to die so that I can do my 200? Because don't hold me hostage to who I've been. Hold me accountable to the man, the woman I'm becoming. See, I didn't come here to speak to your 2014 you. With all due respect, I'm not interested. I came here to speak to the 2020 version of you. That's who I'm speaking into. And what are you willing to do today? Every day you're either walking toward your 2020 version or you're walking away from your 2020 version. There's no holding pattern. There's no holding. I'm just going to do this right here, right now. You just walked away. Just say it. Be bold. Don't act like somebody made you do it. Hell, you too grown. You too strong. You always in choice. Right? Yes. I just made the difference between me and my homeboys and my homegirls that I just spent all weekend with. Our lives are very, very different. Our lives are very different. The difference between them and I is simply my choices. Matter of fact, I wasn't the most likely to succeed. I wasn't in the running.